Your High King. I was told you were among the last to...
Certainly crossed his path. After the last time I saw him, we were in doubt you. You, the Renaigse. Dedra and Bladnid wanted us to spill, as is his talent, and wanted us to welcome you with open arms. I attempted, as is my wont, to follow the path of wisdom. Bar was not convinced by any of us. He decided to turn to a far greater source of wisdom. He left us to go to the sanctuary to see Enonmil Frictimen.
Would he still be there?
I do not think so. The Great Mind must have guided his footsteps in a direction beyond our understanding. But he would not have abandoned his people without first seeing his own one last time. You should go to Wenshavar. Maybe there they would know where you could find him.
Thank you, Dunkas.
Berteertumad. Renaigse.
Berteertumad. It is rare to see Renaigse here. Is there something I can do for you?
What can you tell me about your village?
Wenshavar is a place of peace and meditation. The troubles with Renaigse are far from here. It was because of his wisdom that he was chosen, in a time where those from the faraway islands were not yet here. Anything else?
You must know the High King, Vinbar. What can you tell me about him?
He was one of the greatest Donegada, wise amongst the wise. But the arrival of the Renaigse troubled him. He was afraid that you would be like the people of the sea. He traveled the island far and wide, saw the other kings and queens, and consulted the other Donegada. And then he spent more and more time speaking with Enonmil Frictimen. He moved away from us, until we hardly saw him at all. Anything else?
I'm looking for High King Vinbar. I know that he disappeared after having visited the heart of the island, but someone here in his village might know where he went after that.
If anyone knows, it would be Sarah. But you will not find her here. Anything else?
Would you know where I could find Sarah?
She left to follow Vinbar. She wanted the mountains to take her as well.
What do you mean?
I don't know if Renaigse could understand. Our High King is on Olmenawi, and a Donegad. His bond with the mountain is very strong. Even stronger now that he speaks with the En-Olmil Frichtimen. Sarah knew that the mountain would take him back, and she wanted the mountain to take her as well. She went to attempt to bond herself to it. She sought the Cavern of Knowledge. We haven't seen her since. She might have succeeded. Anything else?
Where is this Cavern of Knowledge located?
We don't know. The Caverns of Knowledge are the concern of the Donegada. Anything else?
You seem to be close to Sarah. Could you tell me about her?
She is my friend. She is a great warrior. One of the village's greatest protectors. But her love for Vimbar is stronger than our friendship. And stronger than her duties to the village. I am afraid for her, Renaigse. Afraid of what she might do in order not to lose him. Because she is untamable. And when she makes her mind about something, she does not change it. Anything else?
Thank you for your help.
Wa aulamsek.
Bird Tirtumad, why are you wearing the same clothes as Renaigse?
Bird Tirtomad on Almanawi. Esqueto.
Hello. I'm sorry, but I do not speak your language.
Really? Then you are a Renaigse. I have never met one with the bond. Might I do something for you?
I am looking to find Vinbar, the High King of Tirfredi. And I was told that he was born in this village. He disappeared after visiting the heart of the island. But I was hoping someone here might know where he is hiding.
You should speak with Sarah. She is the companion of our king.
Where might I find her?
I do not know. She left the village and I have not seen her in several days. Anything else?
What can you tell me about your village?
Wenshavar means the water of the peaks in our language. The sky is our roof, the mountain our cradle, and the birds our companions. They offer us their feathers that we weave with wool to make clothing that is appreciated by the Donegada. And also, of course, it is the village that has given birth to the one chosen for our Hoi King for many cycles. Anything else?
What can you tell me about the High King? You must know him well.
He is a great Donegad. Wise, just, and through him, the En-Olmil Frichtimen makes their voice be known. But he has been gone for several moons. What the mountain gives us, sometimes it takes away. And I, for one, believe that the mountain has taken him back. Anything else?
Tell me about Sarah.
She is a ferocious warrior. And like I told you, she is the Menundanem, the companion of the Hoi King. They gave themselves one to the other many cycles ago. And their bond is very strong. Perhaps that is why she has left. Because she no longer could bear his absence. Anything else?
I heard talk about a cavern of knowledge.
It is a place where the Donegada go, within the earth. They hear the voices of those that went before them, and they learn. There are some on Tiafradi. The closest to our village is found to the northeast of here, but the entrance is sealed, hidden. It is a sacred place, a place for only the Donegada. Anything else?
Goodbye.
Wa awalan seg.
Speak, savage! What stops your tongue? You think someone's coming to save you? Give in. Your life is in our hands. It is time to tell us all you know. The sooner you speak, the sooner this will be over with.
We should be discreet if we want to eavesdrop on these people.
She's been enduring this punishment for hours, blow upon blow through gritted teeth.
Truly savage beast we have here. Do we even know if it speaks our language?
Leave us! You will eventually tell us how you found your way into that grotto. Your defiance is only prolonging the inevitable. You remind me of that rat my master was studying. The creature used all of its fire in an effort to escape. Scratching, twisting, refusing to understand that the cage holding it was its only remaining world. It had everything it could ever need, but it wouldn't stop looking for a way out. Even though its fate was now sealed to serve science. Its animal instinct drove it to flee. It had strangled itself between the bars of its own cage in a final futile attempt to escape. It was an enormous beast and very clever. If it had simply relented, it could have lived peacefully for many years. Instead of that... These monsters are torturing her. Come, we must set her...
I understand you may be impatient, and these so-called scholars deserve to be punished. But if we waited until nightfall, we could set her free discreetly and take her somewhere safe.
But I recognize this face. Lady de Sardet, what a pleasure to see you again. What good wind brings you?
These people are monsters. They just tortured a woman, and then they say hello, as if it were nothing.
I'm sure that they will explain what pushes them to treat her this way.
Believe me, we would never have reached such extremities if she had told us what we wanted. You see, we have been studying these beings that show, like you, such strange markings on their bodies. We call them metamorphs, but the natives call them Onol-Manawi. And we seek to learn through what process they metamorphosize. We heard talk of a cavern of knowledge. The savages hide all of their knowledge within them, and certainly all the secrets that interest us. We discovered one here, but are unable to enter. This woman, she knows how to enter, but as you have witnessed, she refuses to tell us how. To know we are so close to understanding such a fascinating phenomenon, and to be able to do nothing. Let's just say it has made us aggressive.
It's extremely regrettable. Free her. We would like to have a word with her.
She won't tell you anything. Let us handle this. She will give in at some point.
Without my intervention, the Coin Guard would have taken control of the entire island. One word from me to Governor Buren will have you rotting in his jails. Free her, unless your love for science requires greater sacrifice.
Your governor resides too far from here to be a threat, de Sardet. Forget it.
Since you have chosen to act like monsters, it's like monsters we shall treat you.
Protect me in this battle! Come on, if you dare!
How are you feeling?
Better now. Those Renaigse are absolute monsters. But who are you? You too are a Renaigse. Why have you freed me?
We were told at Wenshavar that you and you alone could tell us where to find High King Vinbar.
I wish I knew where he was right now. He bid me farewell weeks ago and he has not returned. I waited a long time and then I came here. To enter into the Cavern of Knowledge.
You believe that this is where he is hiding?
No. But he came here often before he disappeared. I'm hoping to find answers. You saved me. And so I must help you as well. You may come with me.
Let's try to escape without bloodshed. We must get you to a safe place.
May the enlightened protect me in this battle!
Here is the entrance to the Cavern of Knowledge. I hope that Vinbar has left a clue to where he went. Something I could track.
Is it your wish to join him?
He is my Manundanem. That means the one who shares my mind in your language. We must be reunited.
I understand. But why protect the entrance to the cavern at the risk of your own life?
The Caverns of Knowledge are truly sacred places. Only the Doneigada have the right to enter.
But you are not a Doneigad. Is that right?
I am not. But I must enter in spite of everything. And since you have helped me, you may enter as well. Since you punished those other Renaigse, I believe you deserve it. Remind yourself that this honor is immense and show respect. I implore you.
Put your fears to rest. We have not come to defile this sacred place. How do we enter?
Allow me. I have seen Vinbar make these movements so many times.
The paint of this fresco is still fresh. It must have been painted recently. It's of a crowned man. Vinbar, no doubt. It looks as if he is walking through the skies towards the volcano. A face has been painted on the volcano.
The spirit of the mountain. My heart did not betray me. Vinbar has readied himself to join Enon Milfrichtemen.
Was that why you came in here? To confirm that supposition?
To understand, yes. As the years passed, my Minundanem grew more and more distant to me. I thought at first it was due to his status and the invasion of the Renaigse. But now I see that he was hearing the call of Enon Milfrichtemen. He had no choice but to answer it. Oh, Vinbar, why did you not share this with me?
These paintings are older. This looks like it represents a man who transforms himself into some kind of enormous bird.
He is a Doneigad, becoming a Nadaig Meneman. Vinbar was also bound to the mountain. It is no doubt the path he has chosen to follow.
If I understand correctly, the Doneigada metamorph differently according to the place they are bound.
Yes. The Sinolminawi bind them to a specific place, and in return they become the Guardians. But how could a Guardian of the Plains resemble a Guardian of the Mountains?
Do you believe that Vinbar is readying himself to undergo this transformation? I thought it was a very slow process.
For some, it takes years. At least this is what is said. For others, it might take place the very moment where the Doneigad surrenders to Enol Milfrichtemen. I hope only to have the time to bid him farewell.
Given how well hidden this seed was, it must open an important passage. All we have to do is find out which. This mural is also ancient. It seems to show a doorway into the mountain. It seems that this door is just in front of a circle of stone. There are 2 altars and 2 seeds.
The Doneigada seal certain sacred places with root doors.
Yes, I have run into similar barriers. It's all a matter of finding the right seed. But here, there are 2 that seem to be different. For one, the flower motifs seem to indicate which plant is required.
This is possible. The Caverns of Knowledge are used to initiate and transmit the knowledge of the Doneigada. This painting must teach the younger how to reach the sacred place where they will bind themselves.
In that case, shouldn't there be an illustration of the second plant?
The initiates also learn by listening to their masters.
On this one we see a sacred site with raised stones. And behind the face of the volcano, we also see a path that leads there. Like some sort of schematic.
This must certainly be the path the young apprentices must walk. And the Doneigada that are prepared to surrender themselves to Enol Milfrichtemen.
Do you recognize the place where the entrance can be found?
I think so. It looks like the grotto that lies to the northwest of our village.
With all that we have learned from studying these paintings, we should be able to find Vinbar. I just hope there is still enough of him left to answer us. And that Constantine is with him. And that he is still alive.
Who is Constantine? I thought you were looking for Vinbar.
I seek them both. I had hoped that Vinbar would help me enter the sanctuary of Dorhad Genadu. But I learned from the Tierne Hakadactas that he took my cousin.
The Tierne told you this? And so you seek to avenge him?
No. Only to save my cousin and try to understand why.
None of what you say makes sense. Why would Vinbar take your cousin? I don't understand. My head spins. I need to breathe fresh air. I shall await you outside.
Please, go ahead. We will join you soon.
Sarah is upset, and I don't think that she trusts us. We should hurry and catch up to her.
I shouldn't have told her about Constantine. She must have thought we wanted to kill her husband. This door is locked. Sarah has put us in a very tricky situation.
She did not want us to find Vinbar. Come, these caves often have several exits.
traps weren't here when we went through with Sarah earlier.
She must have set them to make sure that we wouldn't be able to follow her.
Let's hurry and find this passage to the northern mountain before she decides to come and fight us directly. This is the place which was depicted on the mural in the Cave of Knowledge. Vinbar must have hidden the passage to the sanctuary. Finally. We've made it to high ground. Now, let's find this trail to the Sentry. It can't be far from here. Bloodied feathers.
They are extremely long. I know of no species of bird that sports such plumage.
Looks like Vinbar must have begun his transformation. He will soon become a guardian of the mountains. If we want to have any chance of saving Constantine, we must hurry. More of these giant feathers. We're on the right trail.
You should not have come all this way, Renaigse. I will not let you near Vimbar.
Sarah, we must see him. We don't have a choice. We saved you. Why have you locked us in the cavern? And why do you now stop us from passing?
I thought at first that you were different than the others. I thought it my duty to help you. But I learned looking at the paintings that this was madness. Vinbar has heard the calling and answered. Even if it breaks my heart, he has done what is right. He maintains the balance. No one must stop him. I am his Menundanem. It is now my duty to defend the path he treads.
His path led him to kill Katasak. And now he holds my cousin captive. I am sorry, Sarah. But no one will keep us from passing.
Eitmo!
Over there, more feathers. We found the entrance to the sanctuary. Vinbar must be here. With Constantine. If he is still alive. We need to find a way to get inside, quickly. This must be the entrance to Vinbar's sanctuary. But it is obstructed. He knows how to protect his home. A stone altar. It resembles the one that protects the passage to Mev's sanctuary. This must be where I need to place the seed. And here is another altar. Are 2 seeds necessary to open the passage? The seed that Sarah was carrying should work.
To think that she gave her life to protect the one she loved.
Now that we have both seeds, the ritual should work. King Vinbar! Why? Constantine didn't do anything. He has never sought to wrong your people in any way.
Like a worm he burrows. You are so naive. You cannot see with my eyes. Enol Milfrichtimin saw the wound. From atop the volcano, he warned me of the danger. Fed by bitterness, driven by desire, taking without giving, he will be the end of us all.
You have gone completely mad.
Take it! You are too blind, too Renaigse to understand.
Leave him!
I cannot. O source of life!
Free him! Oh, damn it!
Your cousin is probably freed from his stone prison. You're right. Let's go see him, quick. Constantine, wake up, please, I beg you. Hang on. We are bringing you home to get you healed. Three days have passed since we returned. I need to go to the palace to see if Constantine has finally awoken.
closer, good people.
Ah! Welcome! Have you seen anything? Have you? Thank you for... What? Have you? Thank you for your visit. See you soon.
Come closer, good people. The cure and
Oh, it's you, Onul Menawi. Come and see. I'll receive beautiful things.
Oh.
One armour that fits you like a glove. We'll make it for you.
Oh.
The best forge in Tier 3D. Plates, armour, locks, custom features made to order.
You should get some rest. You're not being reasonable.
To hell with reason. I've rested long, and I'm well enough.
You've just barely woken from a stupor that had you on death's doorstep. The affairs of state can certainly wait another day.
Thank you, my lady, but I am amazingly well. You can take leave of me with no fear, I assure you.
He just escaped a deathly sleep, and here he is, ready to conquer the world. Your cousin is exasperating.
What now? Are you going to scold me as well?
No. I'm just relieved to see you're still alive.
I'm quite relieved myself, actually. Thank you, fair cousin. Without you, I would be dead thrice, wouldn't I? Or is it the fourth time? If we start counting the time you stopped me from climbing the ramparts of Serene, we'd be up to 5 times now.
It's unbelievable. You feel no pain whatsoever. And your complexion.
I haven't even taken a look at myself. Is the improvement visible?
I would not go that far. How is it that... What happened?
Don't make that face. It's merely a major miracle. Come on now. I'm gonna tell you everything. We have been waiting for your return. I knew you would do everything in your power. I have always trusted you. But Katasak feared that I would not hold on long enough. He spoke to me about a ritual that would help me. I was excited about it, and in spite of all that has happened, I don't regret following him. We went to the ancient site, a place full of magic. I followed his instructions, and all of a sudden, what an incredible sensation. I felt better than I have ever felt, cousin. Alas, we had very little time to celebrate. Cries came to our ears, and beasts jumped all over us. We fled for a while, as other soldiers fought through, creating a path to join us. But I can see from your face that you know this already.
Indeed. Once on the ritual site, I followed your tracks and deduced what had happened. Tell me more about this ritual. What did it consist of?
It is, I think, a ritual that the Donegada practice to bind themselves to the island.
Donegada? Katasak taught you their language?
Just a few words. He wanted me to learn, to understand, but we had so little time. So we visited this infamous site, where he prepared for me a sort of potion. What ceremony! I had to cut my hand in front of an enormous stone, and there, a gigantic beast came and started circling around me. It was incredible. I truly felt a bond with that place. Like a wave came through me, as if the power of the island was running through my veins. It was marvelous. And now I am Onol Manawi, like you. Even if the Malachor left me a few of its marks.
It seems that Vimbar was targeting you specifically. Did he say anything to you?
I was still very weak, and most of the time he whispered in his own language. It seemed that he was speaking to someone and following his orders. But there was no one other than us, cousin. The crazy madman must have been hearing voices.
Tell me more about...
It is, I
Donegada.
Just a few... So we visited... What ceremony? A gigantic beast. Like a wave came through me, and now I am on...
Do you have any idea why he didn't kill you? Like the others?
No. No, not really. It seemed like he was trying to tell me something, though. He spoke about isolating me from the world, that I couldn't return to the Earth. It made absolutely no sense. But aren't you happy that he let me live?
Don't speak foolishly. Of course. I just want to understand.
But you had to encounter the god of the island, didn't you? How was Enon Mil Frictumen?
Yes, I passed a trial for that. But the only one who could guide me to the sanctuary is dead.
Oh no. Do not tell me.
And yes, only the High King can open the sanctuary, according to Glendan. I have no choice but to return to see him. I'm certain they are going to name a successor. Constantine.
My adorable cousin. I am always happy to see you. What news do you bring?
Any news of...
No. My father's... As for my mother, she's probably...
You told me that during the ritual with Katasak, you felt the bond that he had created.
It's true. And it was an incredible feeling. I felt like I was every blade of grass in that remote place. I could see everything, feel everything, and I knew that I could bend the trees to my will.
Do you still feel that way?
Yes, but in a more dull, muffled way. The first time, it was surreal and perfect. In fact, I don't know if there's a word for it.
The first time?
The first time it happened. Now it's as if I've become used to feeling this bond.
You told me that...
It's true. I could see everything.
Do you still feel...
Yes. The first time it...
The first?
The first time it happened.
I must take my leave.
Take care, and come...
Sir de Corsilion.
Decidez, my...
I found some notes which were lost by Professor Serafedin. His expedition was far from easy.
Investigating such gigantic creatures is bound to be perilous.
Indeed. Unfortunately, we also found his corpse. I'm sorry.
Oh, poor man. His devotion to science cost him his life. I will make sure I share the works you have brought me with his family. With these last few sheets, it looks like this is everything. Such an amazing work. This man was a genius, de Sade, and what a huge loss his death is. I cannot express how thrilled I am to immerse myself in these notes and study them. Can your old professor still prove himself useful?
Looking forward to...